Hey, my mate. Okay, please let me know how you played on the weekend. And also, just can you let me know how the putting is? How was the putting on the weekend? And how were your drills last week? Did you manage to get a chance to do them? And how were they? What did they feel like? So please let me know that. Swing-wise, we obviously in good places. We want, with some good alignment, we want a neat, tidy backswing and then a downswing, unwinding that way, never going that way. Okay, we know that. So just want to stay on top of the trigger and the movement. Okay, so full swing is just, we're in management mode now. Just do our few drills, keep everything in check so that the short game and the bunker play and the putting can now add on, and obviously we can break 80. That's what we're trying to do, right? So we're going to do twos this week. We did threes last week, so we're going to do two, and then two normal. So each round will be 8 reps. Okay. So what I want to do, and you can do this straight from the warm-up, so you can do this with the wedges as well. So remember, when that trigger gets pronounced, okay, that's when the head dip comes in. So we don't have to work on the lateral move or the trigger or the head dip. Okay, separately, it's all just a stronger, neater trigger and takeaway. All right, so we're going back to the ball drag drill, one of the first drills we did. So we're going to do 2 ball drags with a stop. Now remember, when you can still have a little, just a tiny forward press, just not like that, no moving of the right knee, no changing of the head position. Okay, so just a little forward press. Okay, keeping your height with no leg work. Okay, just knock the ball out the way. All right, finish the swing and hit it. Okay, so 2 of those. Then the next 2, exactly the same, just without the stop. Okay, so nice setup. Okay, so none of this. I'm obviously exaggerating. Okay, just a subtle forward press. As you knock the ball away, keep your height, keep the leg intact. Okay, but this time we're not stopping. Okay, so a little forward press. On, off we go. Okay, and then third round, still 2 reps. Okay, double knee flex. Double knee flex works great for us. All right, remember with double knee flex, okay, we're just focusing on keeping those knees as solid as possible through both sides of the golf swing. Okay, and then round 4, your last 2 reps is just normal swings. Okay, so you can just check your target, start working a little bit on what your routine is going to be. Okay, so little alignment, separate, and go. Okay, obviously when you go, nice neat trigger and takeaway. Yeah? Okay, so let's talk a little bit about that routine now in the execution phase, in the golf swing phase. Okay, so you've picked your target, you've picked your club. Okay, so it's visualize, however you want to visualize, however long you want to visualize for, till you see the shot picture. Okay, then you come in. Okay, get your grip, aim with your feet pretty close together, separate to get your ball position, couple of waggles, and off you go. Okay, so let's try that as a routine. Try it in practice, just see how it goes. All right, also see when you do your routine, okay, and you're not over-analyzing whatever, how sloppy does the takeaway and the backswing get? Does it get sloppy? Okay, if it's not that, it's something like that. It's basically visualize, get your setup right, your alignment, your ball position, okay, release a bit of tension and go. Those are kind of the 4 steps. Okay, visualize, setup, release any tension and go. Those are the 4 steps you need for a good routine. Okay, right, bunker play. Right, bunker play is quite interesting. Okay, it's just inconsistent. Okay, it's just inconsistent, right? So the second and third videos, the depth was more consistent than I thought, but the entry point, you know, relative to your setup and relative to the balls all over the place. Okay, so I need you to do some more, and I need you to draw those lines in the sand and put the golf ball in the same place every time. And obviously do some in the sand without the golf ball. Okay, but draw those lines in the sand, 2 parallel lines, okay, and start figuring out where, obviously depth, keep an eye on it. The first video, you can see there that was quite a deep first one, and then the shallow, the second one was the nice depth that we want. And then the second video, you can see that first one, you clip ball first, then divot. That thing's gone. That thing's going 60 meters. Okay, and then the other one behind that, then you hit like 3-4 inches behind the golf ball. Okay, the ball position was close in your setup. Those low points or entry points to the sand were way off. Okay, so we've got to draw the lines, get our entry point consistent. Okay, then draw the lines, put the balls in a row. Okay, check the entry point versus the shot that you like. Okay, so some people like to hit a little bit further, comes out a little bit deader and releases. Some people a little closer, comes out a bit more flighted with a bit of spin. You've got to figure out what your favorite one is. But you're not going to do that unless you put those lines and focus on that low point. Okay? On top of that, I need to add to it, I'm so sorry. Okay, but our bunker play is a work in progress. So, okay, some of the inconsistencies of the bunker shot are coming from a little bit of a roll release. Okay, so that's great for the golf swing. Okay, but that means that club is going to work very inconsistently through sand and differs from lie to lie. So your firmer lies, that thing's going to bounce quite a lot as the toe rotates. Your fluffier lies, as the toe tries to rotate, it's going to grab lots of sand and the ball's going to come out shorter. Okay, so we've got to learn to release out of the bunkers. We've got to learn to release the face open back towards us. But basically what we're trying to do through the sand is that edge, leading edge of the sandwich must be parallel to the sand at all times. You can't be twisting through the sand. So we've got to use that leading edge, make it as square as possible, and cut that sand. Okay, not like that. All right, so it's going to take a bit of trial and error. If it's left hand, okay, it feels like a bit of a cup, whereas obviously a normal swing feels more like that. Feels like a bit of a cup. If it's right hand, it feels like a little bit of a, I don't know, like a scythe, like a little bit of a slice, like that. Okay, whereas your normal swing will feel more like shaking hands. Your bunker shot's going to feel more like that. Okay, so work it out, play with it a little bit. Okay, start playing with that technique, but most importantly, draw the lines and focus on a consistent entry point. That is definitely the biggest thing right now. Entry point, release, and then depth. Okay, so that's the order of events we want to keep keep working on in that order of importance. Okay, low point, low point, low point, low point, entry point, whatever you want to call it, most important. Okay, then we're going to slowly start learning the release, then we'll check the depth. Okay, send me some videos, please. Let me know about the putting. And as always, thank you very much. And I'll talk to you through the week.